Hello guys, welcome to today's video, and today I have something very special for you guys. I'm gonna unbox this really cool and rare guitar. It is the Taylor GS Mini from The Last of Us. Well, I shouldn't say that, it's The Last of Us edition. It's not the exact guitar that Ellie used in the game, but instead one that was inspired by the game, particularly Ellie's tattoo, the moth tattoo on her arm. And basically they used that as a core inspiration for this guitar, because the moth tattoo is a graphic on the body of this guitar, as you guys will see here in a minute. So this is only the second unboxing I've ever done in my channel. Ironically, the first unboxing I ever did was of the Taylor 314 CE from The Last of Us, the one that was supposed to be an exact replica of Ellie's guitar. And I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to check that out. But overall, I don't feel like this guitar was as well, I don't want to say built, but I'm sure there's a clear difference in quality just based on price points. This guitar was around $900 brand new. The 314 CE was about $2,200 brand new. I'm sure there's a difference in quality between the two guitars, but that's not to say that this is a bad guitar whatsoever. I'm just sure that the 314 CE is a higher end model, so I expect it to be a lot better. Unfortunately for you guys, I will not be playing this guitar right here, so I can't do a sound comparison between this one and the 314 CE. The purpose of this video is to document the guitar, to get a few pictures, and overall just to make sure it doesn't have any damage since it's been sitting in its box for the past year or so. Ultimately, I will be selling this guitar, so I want the buyer to get it as new as possible. So this guitar comes with what Taylor calls a hard shell gig bag. Basically what it is, it's somewhere between a gig bag and a case. And although it's very well padded and I feel like it would take a fair amount of damage, I don't think it would keep the guitar protected from a super hard fall. Basically like in an airport situation where the staff is notorious for throwing luggage and guitars around, I don't think it would survive a super hard fall. But it's still a very nice case, or gig bag, or hard shell case, whatever they call it. So look at that. Beautiful guitar, isn't it? The graphic on this guitar is actually Ellie's tattoo from the game, and I know a lot of people like it so much that they've gotten it on their arms as well. The one thing I wasn't expecting from this guitar when I got it was that the black finish is actually satin, which for those of you that don't know, satin fades to gloss, so it hurts the resale values of guitars. You'll see a lot of guitars that are originally satin color, satin black, with wear spots in the used market. So again, it hurts the resale value, but it's not a big deal if you plan to keep a guitar like this forever. The Last of Us logo is on the headstock of this guitar, and I know a lot of people don't like that. I know even Trogley said something about it on his review of his Last of Us guitar, but overall it doesn't take away from the beauty of the rest of the guitar. It looks very beautiful overall, and the Last of Us logo is also on the stamp in the sound hole of this guitar. This guitar did come with strap buttons right out of the factory, which I'm sure the buyer of this particular guitar is going to appreciate, and you guys will know why in just a few minutes. But yeah, very cool. It's satin all around, so back of the neck, back of the guitar, on top of the guitar, and on the headstock. The tuners on this guitar are unbranded tuners, as opposed to the 314 CE, which has Taylor branded tuners. Overall, I'm sure they're still very good tuners, but I thought I'd mention it. Also, the fretboard on this guitar, it has a few red spots, and I've noticed that every GS Mini of The Last of Us has red spots on the fretboard. I don't know how to feel about this. I personally don't really care, but I know a lot of people would prefer the fretboard just be, plain black. I would have also loved if the moth was on the 3rd fret of this guitar, just like the 314 CE has the moth. But, it's a cheaper end version, I get it, and it's still a beautiful guitar. So the first thing I noticed about this guitar after holding it for a little while is that it's super lightweight. It weighs 2 to 3 pounds, which is, again, super lightweight. It makes it super comfortable to hold, whether you hold it as I am right now, whether you play sitting down or standing up. Again, super comfortable. It's very well balanced too. There is no neck dive from what I can tell from this guitar. So good job, Taylor. You did a good job with that. And I'm sure they made it as lightweight as it needed to be while still maintaining its super high quality. I'm sure Taylor didn't cheap out on the woods or anything like that. It's also very nice that this guitar has strap buttons right out of the factory, because then you don't have to go around drilling extra holes on your guitar and hurting the resale value. If you guys are curious, this guitar cost me $1,500. I know they cost $900-ish new, but these guitars have gone up in value since they became super rare. This guitar is also very nice looking from the satin finish. I know I was a little skeptical earlier, but now that I look at it, it cuts off a lot of the glare that I would get if this guitar was gloss finished. So overall, great guitar. Good job, Taylor. So I won't be pricing this guitar that much higher than what I got it for. I know a lot of people are scalping these guitars because they've gained a lot of value and they're super rare, but basically I'm just trying to make a fair amount of profit of this guitar and not keep it for very long. The buyer of this guitar will also get the leather strap that Taylor put out for The Last of Us Day this year to make up for the fact that the guitar has been opened and documented. I know a lot of people don't like that when you sell them a guitar. And also I got the strap for free, so it won't be a huge loss for me. So right now I'm just getting ready to box this guitar back up. I would have loved to have kept this guitar, but I feel like the 314 CE I already have is more than enough for me, especially after all the trouble I went to get it. So I'm happy to have owned this guitar just for long enough to document it. And I'm going to give the buyer of this guitar not only the strap, but 3 picks that I got for The Last of Us Day this year. I feel like these 2 things more than make up for the fact that I opened this guitar and documented it. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is that this guitar was made in Mexico, which is pretty crazy. I didn't even know Taylor had a factory in Mexico till I got this guitar, saw it on the box, and then I researched it. So pretty cool. I've actually never owned a Mexican-made guitar up to this point. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, I'm pretty sure I forgot to mention something. Drop them in the comments and then I'll get to them as soon as possible. Besides that, you guys stay safe and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.